This is a yoga practice for those moments when you are questioning yourself. Perhaps you are feeling not good enough. You know that your self-worth is something that you're really exploring and wondering about right now. Those moments when you just don't feel worthy. This is a practice for you. Let's get started by coming over to your yoga mat. The only yoga prop you're going to want is a blanket. And then come on up to the front of your mat and stand with your feet hip-width distance apart. Interweave your fingers and then sit your hands up on top of the crown of your head. Your palms are facing down. Start to move your elbows around. This is a little bit of a circular motion in your elbows. Notice what that feels like in your body, what sensations arise. You are not alone in your struggles around your self-worth. Go ahead and take your arms up and then start to roll out your wrists. I have never met a person in my practice that does not question whether they are good enough sometimes. So questioning your self-worth is a totally normal experience. Keep noticing what you feel in your body, friend. And in those moments when you're questioning yourself, go ahead and move into an easy standing twist. It's really easy to get tangled up with thoughts that are looking for ways for you to measure whether or not you are good enough. You might look to your relationships and how they're going. You might look to how confident you're feeling in your body. You might look at your choices, your success or failure, your parenting. In other words, you're going to be looking externally for ways to judge whether or not you're good enough. And in essence, we're kind of giving away our power when we do that. Come all the way back to center, and then stand up tall and start to shake out one of your ankles. If you want to, you can put your hand on the wall for a little bit of extra support. You're really giving your power away when you're looking outside of you for your self-worth. Because your self-worth is your birthright, right? Like, you are worthy because you are a child of the divine. You were born worthy. Go ahead and bring it into your knees and hips. Do some hip circles. There is nothing that could ever take away your worth. And so all of those external measures are really just a distraction from the truth. When you're ready, switch legs. Shake a little bit. Roll out your ankle. Roll it the other way. And then move through your hips. Notice what you feel in your body, in the here and now. Come all the way back to stillness. Stand with your feet hip-width distance apart or lightly touching, whatever feels best. And then on an inhale, take your arms out to the side and up high overhead. You might lean back a little bit here. As you exhale, join your palms, bend your knees, fold forward and down. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of your head. You're going to stretch long. And then as you exhale, step your left foot back. You can keep your knee up or lower it down. On an inhale, take your arms overhead. Again, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, lower your palms. Step back to plank pose. Inhale at the top of your plank, knees up or down. As you exhale, lower yourself to the mat. Strong back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale up. Exhale down. Next, inhale, press up to your hands and knees or plank. And then as you exhale, go up and back, downward facing dog. Let your body move a little and explore here. Check in with yourself emotionally and be curious about your thoughts and your feelings right now. Nice and slow, walk your feet on up to the front of the mat. Follow an inhale, push your feet down powerfully. Come all the way up, hands overhead, and reaching behind. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, right foot back, right knee up or down, your choice. Inhale, float your arms up and back. Exhale to plank pose. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, squeeze shoulders together, shoulder blades together, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, press up to hands and knees or plank. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Give down dog some time. You might need to shake out your head or neck. You are already good enough right now. You are already good enough right now. Let's make that more personal. I am already good enough right now. I am already good enough right now. I am already good enough right here and right now. Slowly on an exhale, walk your feet up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, your hands together at your heart. Stand with your feet much closer now. If you want to use a wall, you can, again, put your hand up against it. Go ahead and bring one heel up towards your buttock and squeeze it in. You might reach your hand back to hold. You can also loop a strap around your foot here. Stand up really tall in your left hip. Sometimes we collapse, we get heavy in that part of us. Grow long and tall. Other options are to take the hand that's not holding your foot forward. Maybe even press your shin back, reach your heart center forward and up. There's no right or wrong here. There are just different ways to play in your practice. There are so many things in this world and in your life that have told you that you are not good enough, that you are unworthy. Experiences that you've had, maybe trauma from childhood, maybe cultural norms. One more breath with me, friends. And then slowly come on down. We're going to gently move right on over to the other side. So if you're using a wall, you'll switch. Take your time. Feet really close. Bring your heel up. You can hold right here. You can stay right here. This is a beautiful pose to play with. You can take your arm forward. You can come into dancer's pose. Right here, right now, call every part of you back that you have given away or lost somewhere along the path. Those parts of you that have felt not good enough, that have felt unworthy, that maybe were told those things. Bring all those parts of you back right here, right now. Bring all those parts of you back that have gotten lost, confused, forgotten, or beaten down. Come back in this remembrance and this standing in the truth of your good enoughness. When you're ready, come on down from there. Do a little gentle shake. Make two fists with your hands. I'm going to turn around so you can see better. We're going to do little taps. And once those muscles have loosened up a little bit, bring it down to your feet. And one more time, just shake it out, move it out through your feet. Right here, right now, you stand in your wholeness. When you're ready, up to the front of the mat. Inhale much slower this time, out to the side, up high, up back. As you exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, step one foot back and then the other. Start to gently sway or do some hip circles here. You can do cat-cows. You can really do whatever your body intuitively guides you to do. And take about 30 more seconds just to let your body do its thing. The opposite of questioning your worth is trusting in yourself. And the way we get there is we remember, right? We remember that we are already whole. When you're ready, come back to stillness. Sweep your ankles off to one side and gently bring yourself back. And go ahead and pull a blanket underneath you and sit right on top. Come into a simple cross-leg position. You can always put more blankets underneath you if you know you want extra padding and support. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Take your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, lower your left hand and gently stretch up and over and do a side bend. You can allow your left ear to lower down towards your left shoulder. Close your eyes if you want. And see if you can come back to the truth. You are worthy because you are you. You are good enough right now. Next inhale, ease your body up. Exhale and lower your arm. And then adjust the way your legs are crossed. Shift around on your seat. Inhale, take your arms back up and out. And then as you exhale, lower your right hand down. And bring your left arm up and over. Right ear heavy down towards your right shoulder. And slow breaths in and out. Inhale, go ahead and ease your way up, and then as you exhale, slowly lower. Join the soles of your feet together, take your knees out wide. Shift forward so that the fronts of your hips are angled forward, not leaning back. If they are leaning back, put your hands behind you so you get a little bit of a boost and spinal extension. If you feel the desire to start leaning forward or folding forward here, then go for it. We're definitely cooling down. We're coming close to the time where we're going to rest together. Then you might want to gently shake out your neck. You might want to wiggle your jaw. Unwind any tension you're noticing linger in your body. And breathe into the whole of you. Really soft, slow breaths.
And see if you can access your inner knowing. And be curious about your intuition and the spiritual part of you. And then slowly come up and then slide off your blanket. You can either use it in your Shavasana to cover yourself up in some way, or you can lay it to the side. We're going to come down onto one side so we're gentle on our pelvic muscles, and then roll onto your side, rotate over onto your back. Make any adjustments to your body and eventually stretch out to rest in Shavasana. You may want to lay a blanket over just some part of you, maybe even your upper thighs and pelvis and belly. You might want to lay it over all of you. Whatever you choose to do, just make a little shift here or there so your body feels like it's meeting the mat, it's spreading across the floor in a way that feels right for you. And then as long as it works, close your eyes. And tune in again to the highest self aspect of you, your inner knowing, your soul wisdom, your soul's connection to the divine of your understanding. Whether that be source or God or goddess, whatever you want to call it. Tune into the spirit within and the spirit that is connected, guided, supported, held by divine forces. And let a softness spread through your body, relaxing your face and your shoulders, your hips. As we take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, start to move a little, maybe in your fingers or toes. Maybe you do a big stretch from one end to the other. Gradually bend your knees. Roll over to one side. And come all the way up and then do a seated position. Interweave your fingers, sit them on top of the crown of your head, and take 3 slow breaths with me here, knowing that as you make this transition from your practice here on the mat to your life, your practice travels with you. And anytime you forget that your self-worth
is always intact, always, always, always there and whole and good, unmeasurable, you can come back to this knowing. Let your hands settle down. Bye for now.